Do you find yourself searching through your fabric stash for the perfect coordinates? Do you strive to be more confident in your color combinations? If you answered yes or just love fabric, then a subscription to Goody's Color Club is for you. Goody's Bundle Club is a quarterly subscription program with carefully curated fabric bundles by me sent right to your doorstep. I handpick every fabric in each delivery with 12 half-yard pieces, which will only be available to Goody's Bundle Club members. In addition to an exclusive Stash Builder bundle, each delivery includes a booklet of information on the fabrics I have chosen, the fabric designer, additional fabric suggestions to use with a bundle, and quilt patterns that would be a perfect pairing with the fabric. Hi, my name is Goodwin from Gia Designs. Welcome to our live show, Tipsy Tuesday. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being with us. It's me here, Kobe behind me sleeping, and Mr. HP behind, running the show behind the scenes. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here, Facebook or YouTube. Make sure you follow us and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so yet. We welcome everybody here every week on Tuesdays, Tipsy Tuesdays. Today is no difference. We have a lot of stuff to share with you. So stay tuned, stick around all the way to the end. We have a giveaway question at the end too, so you don't want to miss out on having that opportunity to join the big pot of winners. $25 gift cards up for grabs every single show. So how you doing, Mr. HP? It's gonna be a good show. I've got lots of fun for you. It's a packed show, as it's been kind of nonstop these past few weeks, which is great. We will be revealing our June Color Club for you, showing you the color of June. I have, well, I don't have a tip of the day. Mr. HP has today's tip of the day.
What?
Yep.
Me?
Yep. And we have a surprise quilt-along announcement at the end of the show. So stay with us, everybody. Stay with us. But first, we are going to announce our winner. giveaway from last week. And I asked you, what was your favorite color club? We're celebrating our 2nd anniversary of Color Club. And our winner was
Drumroll.
Sue Gregerson. Congratulations, Sue. Her favorite color was the peacock. Beautiful color, by the way. But congratulations, Sue. All you got to do is send us an email to help@gequiltdesigns.com to claim your prize. And you can go shopping right away. So thanks for joining, and thank you for watching. And I hope you stick around. We are so excited, first off, to be headed to the Minnesota Quilt Show in St. Cloud tomorrow. We are bringing the trailer to set up the booth tomorrow, and then there's preview night tomorrow night, and then the show goes on for 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So we are, I'm going to be presenting a little lecture on the learning stage right in the vendor hall tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Thursday at 1 o'clock. Thursday at 1 o'clock. I'm just going to be sharing all of the stripology magic that, of course, most of you know all about. And then on Friday, Colleen will do a little lecture also about, you know, the magic of stripology. What is G-Easy all about? So different lecture, but all in the same family. So if you're around, please stop by. If you can't catch our little lectures, come to our booth, please, and say hi. It's going to be really fun to get out there and see people. So I wanted to also mention, if you're coming to the Minnesota Quilt Show, our showroom will be open for shopping both Thursday and Friday. So if you're in the area, you can always stop in here. So there was also an announcement, speaking of live shows, quilt shows, there was an announcement this past week from Road to California. They always preview their kind of class brochure. That show takes place in Ontario, California in January. And they announced their classes. And guess who's one of their teachers? Yeah, it's me. It's me. So I'll be teaching a couple of half-day classes on Monday and Tuesday. The show is a little different this year, so it starts earlier, so it's a full day Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. No Sunday. So I kind of love that idea. So I'm excited to return to California. Yay! In January, I'll be there. So they opened the registration for their classes on July 15th. So if you're coming to California to the show and want to take classes, mark that on your calendar, because those classes usually sell out in minutes. It's really wild. But I'm looking forward to it. I'll be teaching a brand new class. It's a half-day class, but it's called Master Your Stripology Rulers, because it's all based on the new book. Now, it's not really here. This is just the prototype. But I thought I would share with you, everybody. We have it up for pre-order, and you all probably know at this point our pre-order special with the new ruler and the new book. But let me just show you a little peek inside, since I have this here. So can't really tell anybody, but nice sturdy pages so you can flip through really quickly and find stuff. You're going to be using it all the time. So it's very exciting. Woo! Yay! I'm flipping through fast. So it's here, at least the prototype. So that means that everything is in production, and we're just counting down the days until it arrives and we can ship it out to you.
So exciting.
Very exciting. It's always a thrill for me to take that deep breath and look at it. Pat myself a little bit on the shoulder. Halfway there. All right, so are you ready for the tip of the day? So this one, yes, is presented by Mr. HP. Let's see what he has for us on this tip of the day.
Today, we learn how to hang our quilts G-easily. The tools needed to hang our quilts. Magnets you can get at Home Depot or Menards. Couple size command strips to put the magnets on the wall. And flat bar steel, depending on how long your quilt is. You know, this is an 1.25 inches and about 36 inches long, depending on how long or wide your quilt is. Place 3 magnets on your flat steel bar. Have a little pin. Go to the wall that you're going to place your quilt on and measure. Take off the red side, put it on your magnet. The black side will go against the wall. Now, take your metal flat piece, make a sleeve to put on the back of your quilt, slide it in, it's ready to hang.
This is our quilt hanging magic. Yay! How many quilts do you think you hung around our house and around the warehouse?
2 to 100. A few of them.
A few of them. Now the great thing is with this, the magnets we've used, the command strips, you can easily take them down. They don't damage the wall. You don't have to, punch anything into the wall. You can move them. If you have wider quilts, we sometimes use 2 metal bars or the longer ones, but they are a little bit heavier. So sometimes that poses a problem. If the quilt is heavy and the bar is heavy, there's a lot of pull. But you can always add magnets. We've done that, and that's usually worked, right? Or we just use 2 small bars also on the bigger quilts, and that also works really well.
Yeah, make sure that sleeve is not too thick.
Yeah, the sleeve, just a single layer of fabric between the metal bar and the magnets. So make a sleeve and just put it inside the sleeve so it's just 1 layer of fabric. Any other questions? Questions? The command strips hold really well, yes. We have not, there was one, if you have a textured wall or anything like that, we have one wall that was textured. It was like like a concrete wall? That one he had to add screws to really keep them up there. But it's really a nice way when you don't, want anything super permanent. It's easy to switch out quilts for seasons. And yeah, so we use this all the time. Will this video be available for us so we can watch again as we use the tip? Yeah, I mean, you can always go back to this Tipsy Tuesday and find the video for sure. Are you going to show us how to add the hanging strip? Oh, you mean the sleeve? That's easy. We just make a little cylinder of fabric. We pin them to our quilts, so we just pin the sleeves on because we swap them out so fast. So we don't have I never have a permanent sleeve on my quilts. I don't like having a permanent sleeve on my quilts unless I'm making one specifically for hanging on the wall. So we just pin them to the back of our quilts, easy peasy. What pattern suggestion do you have for, I don't know where that came from. It's making a sleeve very easy. So usually we have ours, we cut fabric about 6 to 8 inches, fold it together. We piece it so it's long enough, wide enough, fold it together and just sew it and make a little cylinder. Yeah, easy, easy. No, the metal bar does not need to go all the way to the end, you know, pretty far. You can leave, what, about 6 inches on each side, wouldn't you say? Because if you leave more, it starts drooping on the corners. So when that happens, though, we have a quilt up. It has happened. We can put a little command strip on the corners of the quilt, too. It doesn't damage the quilt. You just kind of stick it to the wall. All right. Making a sleeve is easy. That's if many of you have not learned how or don't know how to make a sleeve, I can definitely show you that in the future. Somebody's asking if you make house calls. He's very expensive because I need to use him all the time.
So costly. I'm not
He
sure
is
yet.
very handy because guess what? He has been assembling our long arm. We have a new long arm.
I told you I'm going to learn how to long arm.
Yeah, and he's learning it. So, I mean, many hats. Telling you, many hats. But thank you. Yes, we thought this would be an interesting, you know, tip when he was hanging all the quilts for the classroom. Do the magnets have weight limits? It might say something on the packaging. Those magnets, though, are the best ones that we found. There are many out there.
So good.
So the ones that he showed, they're typically available at Home Depot, all those hardware stores. But those are they are strong. They are strong. Okay, let's move on. I've got so much to share with you today. So first up is our color club for the month of June. So everybody hopefully has their packages now. It was shipped out on the 5th, and we're now a good week and a half later. So it's time to reveal what was in everybody's June package. So I have my bundle here, and let's take a look at what came out of our package. Ooh. What is it? Are you going to guess? Apricot. Guess what? I have some apricots. I found some beautiful apricots at the store. So check out these beautiful apricot fabrics. I was really excited about this color. Apricots are, you want to put up the inspiration photo to show them close up? Yes, look at that. Juicy, juicy, yummy apricots. I love them fresh. I love them even more when they're dried. Really nice. And apricot jam or preserves is something that's always in my fridge. So this beautiful color is, I kind of went with this medium colors. Some parts of the skin have just a little bit of a peachy pink color. So that's kind of the colors that I went with. And so this is supposed to represent elation, excitement, joy, and success. So let's take a look at the fabrics. So first one is actually from a fabric line. It's a motor line. This one is called Cinnamon and Cream in the coral color. So it has just a little slight white dots, little pattern on it. The next one is called Speckle Clementine, and this one is a Timeless Treasures, and I just love this. So this one has a little bit slightly lighter tone, but I love the little petals that the pattern creates. The third one is called Fusions in the Pink Nectar. This is a Kaufman fabric, Robert Kaufman. I love this because of the different hues. The little light parts are beautiful in there as well. This next one is called Twist, and the color name is called Cream or Creme. But this is, the Twist fabric is from a fabric company called Dashwood, which is based in the UK. So I was very excited to be able to include that. in our pack this month. And the final fabric is our beautiful deco stitch in the soft apricot. So that's the only fabric that actually is called apricot. But I love including the different shades, of course, of every inspiration. So these guys just look gorgeous, and look at it. There's our apricots. It works great. So all of our apricot colors are now available as 1 yard. So if you wanted a little bit more, if you are not a part of our color club but would like to get some of these fabrics, they are available for a limited time in 1 yard. So check that out. And then I'm going to show you some more inspiration here. So every time we reveal a color, I go through the warehouse and look for bundles where this could be worked right into them, because that's really the goal of Color Club. These are to build your collection or your stash of basics so that you can pull in whenever you need. We're going to start with this one with a flourish. Beautiful colors. There's a Riley Blake line, some blues, but look at this beautiful soft orange, soft coral apricot color. These would just blend perfectly in with all of those, and the yellows as well. A really great combination or pairing with the apricot is going with all of those citrus colors. And blue and apricot obviously looks fabulous together. This next one is a Folk Floral by Louis and Irene. I love this one because it's just such a unique colorway. The sage greens and the blues look great with the apricot color, so it's sprinkled throughout the bundle, and then there's just a couple that are in that shade, so this would be a perfect mix to mix in with the Folk Floral. We have Underwater Whimsy, which is all these light blues and off-white with a little bit of gray, but there's this apricot color all the way through everywhere, so that would be a great accent, a great focus fabric to use with this bundle. And I believe this one is on sale. Another favorite, another ocean themed, is Illuminary Sea blues and beautiful kind of pinkish coral color, so mixing in those apricots would be great in this one as well. Next one is Touchstones. I love this one. This is a Free Spirit. We already, Kira made a quilt out of this line, but it's beautiful greens and blues, and then you have that coral apricot color mixed in. So adding a little bit of that would be just gorgeous with this bundle. We have Sewing Room, which is a novelty fabric with lots of prints, lots of busy prints. So this one would be perfect to mix in some of the basics for some calmness and just a little bit of that tone-on-tone action that's so needed with some busy prints. Nutmeg, I love this one. It has both that apricot color and then a little bit darker rusty red. There's no apricot colors in this. There's just the one that would kind of go really well with them. So I think this one would really benefit from some more of that hue in there. Sundance, love this one. Lots of great golds in here with that a little bit orange mixed in there. And of course, blue and green, which this apricot looks phenomenal with. So that one would be a great way to mix them in. We have another sale bundle called Moonlight. Again, lots of blues, some pink, and then some lighter pinks with that apricot color in there. There's one print in here that has it. So a little more of it would really benefit this one and would look great to mix in. Last but not least, one of my favorite bundles, the Lush and Lively. It has a couple of prints in here, but look at that color. That apricot color is sprinkled all throughout all the prints. And it's really beautiful. And I wanted to use the opportunity to show you the runner that I did show you the top last week, but we quilted it. And it really turned out great. So this is one of our little kits that we have available from Lush and Lively as well. But if you got some Apricot Color Club, you could definitely mix that in as well. So this one is quilted with, it's called Poppies by Urban Elements. Isn't that cute? This is the little JoJo pattern. All right, so that is our bundle club for June. And if you are not a part of our bundle club, I'm saying color club. Color club, sorry guys. Color club. So if you are not a part of color club but would like to join us and become a subscriber, every month you'll get 5 great half yards. And for the month of June, we're having a special promo because we're celebrating 2 years. So if you subscribe now, you will automatically get the June bundle, the apricot, but you will also get a free pack from previous months, a surprise one. So that offer is valid through the end of June. Any questions on this beautiful, beautiful apricot? Do you see any questions pop up for you? I love it. I think it was so unique. It was hard to find all those colors, I tell you that. That took me a while to find them all. What is the size of the plastic containers that you store these fabrics in? I'm not sure you're referring to me. I think you probably saw a photo of somebody's storage. So I know there are some storage containers from a Target that people store their color clubs in. My storages are these guys, but these are more for, I use these at home for projects that are in progress, so I can stack them up. But we use these also here in the warehouse. But I'm not really sure which containers you're referring to, so sorry about that. Okay, good. All right, where's my notes? So, yes, I hope you are all happy with the color club. But I have, before we dive into the surprise announcement for that quilt along, I showed you this one table runner that I made from those new little kits. And so what the little kits are is kind of our version of a charm pack. But we know we sometimes don't always love working with charm packs or other pre-cuts because they're not accurate, they're not balanced. So our little kits are actually 12 different fabrics. It's a 6-inch by half-width strip. So you could pre-wash the fabrics, you could starch them, do whatever you want to do with them, and then you can easily cut them into 5-inch squares and you'll be able to get 48. 48 is a much better number than 42, believe me, as a pattern writer, because when I write my runner patterns, usually that's a better, should I say, number for blocks. So you can get 48 5-inch squares, but you could also get 24 2.5-inch strips that are half width, or what equals 12 full width 2.5-inch strips. But in the kits also we include a 1/4 yard of a coordinating print that you can use for binding if you're making the little runners, or you can use it for whatever else. So it's not just the fabric enough for 48 squares, there's also a 1/4 yard of binding fabric. And so these guys have been flying out since we introduced them last week. So we made some new ones. I'm so excited about these. I can just see them working with a lot of different things. And so somebody actually said, I'm not going to make runners. I'm going to just include it with my strip collection and add more strips. So that's a great idea too. So let me show you the new ones. We have, first one up is the date night that we have there on the screen. Date night, so 12 beautiful prints and then a 1/4 yard of that black for binding or whatever you want to do with that one. I had to make a Halloween one, so I made the Bat to the Bone. I love this one. I love that it has some lights, some orange, and some black. So a really classy runner there with some black binding. Then we have Stand Tall. That's kind of a fall. It's a sunflower line, really nice fall colors. and a great burgundy red for binding. Then we have, oh, this is a brand new bundle. Really excited about this one. Rancho Relaxo. All these beautiful mint greens and pinks and grays. So that will be a really cool runner. Then we have Scandi. I had to do Scandi. That will make a great runner for the holidays for the Scandinavian home. So the Scandi 2023 with some gray quarter yard. And another holiday one we made from the Christmas Eve bundles. So that is all these beautiful greens, reds, and taupes, and with this green beautiful plaid to work as binding. You can cut it on the bias and get some great diagonal action. So these are the new ones. We still have the other ones that we listed last week, and like I said, they're flying out. We'll be bringing these to our show in St. Cloud, to the Minnesota Quilt Show, so come check us out. I have another sample, another runner that I made, and this one's actually made with one of our charm packs, but we have this as a bundle as well. So it's the Rustic Gatherings charm pack from Primitive Gatherings. Really pretty, and I made a little Roxy. So I changed it up just a little bit. I eliminated the border, but this is little Roxy, and she's quilted with the pattern Seamless by Urban Elements. So it's just really, it's loops, so you can see it better here. So it's just nice loops, very simple. There's so much piecing action in here. And believe me, this is a very easy pattern to do if you have the mini ruler, because it looks hard because of small pieces, but it's a piece of cake with a charm pack. So that's what I made with this. And just bound it and didn't add a border, and I love it. I love the texture of all those prints. So we still have the charm pack. We have that as a bundle too if you wanted to do something more with those fabrics. Really beautiful, just classic fall-ish colors. Although this one is not seasonal. It doesn't have any like Halloween or fall prints or anything. And these colors are so popular in just decorating today. So this could live around my house all year long. And that's what I love about it. All right, I have some fabulous fabrics to show you that I'm going to show you first before we dive into the announcement. Yes, because the fabrics and the announcement kind of work together a little bit. So we have two bundles. The first one is a small bundle by Dear Stella. Now, the name of it may seem a bit odd, but it kind of makes sense. It's called License to Carry, but it's really a license to carry scissors and razors, because it's kind of a male hair care barber line. Yes. I love it for the amazing artwork. So and I love anything that Dear Stella does, and they put so much fun into their fabrics. So we have all the beard oils and the styling wax, all that stuff. So if you have, I think these would be fabulous for like toiletry bags for guys. We have the kind of all over print. I love this one too. All the scissors. There's the shaving kits. Jack the Clipper is the name of this barbershop. I thought that was cool. So I must ask you a question, but I'll shave it for later. I know, I love their stuff. And this one I love. So my mom is actually a licensed barber, not like a hairstylist. She's a barber. She studied with a barber, and so she spent a lot of my childhood cutting men's hair, and of course the typical barber stripe there. I love this one. Love, love, love. Then we have a tone-on-tone blue with all the tools. Doesn't have the wording like this one, but has just the tools. We have to have a little mustache action here. So all the different mustaches in on this navy blue print, and then my favorite. Look at that diagonal barber stripe. It's awesome. I think we have this one in 1 yards as well. I'm not sure. But this is just a 6-piece line. Really great for, like I said, something for the guys, especially if it's somebody that, you know, has a beard and does all the grooming, as we all should be doing, right? That would be definitely my son, for example. But you might remember that we have a line called Chop It Like It's Hot. It is also Dear Stella. It's also kind of male themed, but it's like the perfect same blue. So you could definitely mix this in. So it's got a little bit of campfire mixed in, but we got the guys with the beards in here. Some beer, actually not beard, but beer, and some campers. So this would work really nicely together. I've always loved this line, and just really, really cute. And so let me show you the fabric pull I did with this. The blues, grunge cider, and the Marionberry is perfect, and a little bit darker, the grunge and the admirable. So they have 2 tones to it. So either one would work, or you can throw both of them in there. For this light tone, it's an off-white, not quite white. So Dimples Pearl would kind of mix between this background and these guys. Or grunge white paper, a great mix. And then I thought I would bring in some color. So for the reds in here, they're a little bit more rusty red. So pulled the floral elements in the Victorian brick. And then the daughter in the saddle. So these were both a part of our Red Rock Bundle Club or Color Club. And then some of the mustard yellows. Love the Nature Elements Antique Gold or the Pixel and the Cactus. If you wanted a little bit different color that's not in here, but it's in some of these prints, I found this Moonscape and the Spruce. So a little bit more green, but it works great with some of these prints. So for example, if you wanted to use one of these for a little toiletry bag or something, this would be great for the little binding or and things like that. So this is Licensed to Carry. Licensed to Carry by Dear Stella. Love it. Oh, one of these prints says Hairapist, not therapist.
Yeah.
Hairapist. It's your new name for the barber. All right, so this next line is really unique. So this is a bundle, 12 fabrics. It's called Greenstone. It's a Moda line, but they are by Jen Kingwell, and they are called lollies. And I don't know if you know what lollies are, so let me show you this one. It's 4 fabrics in one. So this is selvage to selvage. You get a bit of 4 different fabrics. So in a 12-piece bundle, you're actually getting 48 fabrics, which can be used so many different ways. So before I show you all the prints, we've got 4 bundles here, folded in a way that you can see all 48 prints. But I wanted to show you, so they are about, a little less than 11 inches. So you could cut 10-inch squares and get 48 different 10-inch squares. You can cut strips. I use this for a scrappy binding, and I made a quilt out of this, and I'll show you that. But let's look at the fabrics first. So we have the 4. So this colorway is also beautiful. Light blues, grays, and this really pretty green. So I'm just going to line them up like this. So like I said, in the bundle, there's 12 fabrics, but each one has 4 different prints. So there's going to be lots of fun working with this. So some lights, some blues, some grays, some directionals, geometrics. Yeah, just loads of fun. So let's do the next row here, so everybody can see pretty much everything. Isn't this fun? I think this is so unique. Of course, I always, when I saw it, I took a bundle home and started playing with it. So I'm going to show you the result of that here a little bit later. But it's just so many possibilities, so many options. Great just for your stash because, you know, it's especially if you're a scrappy quilter and love scrappy. So how many do we have here? I need to tighten this up by far. There's so much more. And I love that it's just on a bolt, so you can kind of play with that. Cut it however you want. 5-inch squares, strips. So this is one stack, and I have a whole other one. So it's a lot. I have a whole other stack. So a little bit more of the greens. And I love that the lights have different hues. Some of them are a little light blue. Some cool prints in between. Some tone on tones. Little geometrics. Yeah, look at that variety. Love this one. Some gray. It looks like a lot, isn't it? Doesn't it? Well, you won't get all this fabric, but you will get all these prints in the one. I don't know if we can fit all this on my table here. Okay, here we go. Last row. Light blue. These are little bunnies and birds. And that is it. 48 different prints. Isn't that cool? So cool. Now, of course, I had to do a fabric pull, even though you have all this variety. I did do a fabric pull. So anything from the darkest navy, there's some bits of dark navy. So I chose the Dash Flow in the blueprint. For the medium blue, the Grunge, Cider, and the Marionberry, a same color as I used earlier. Bumbleberries in the Country Gray, so it's a bluish gray, so it goes with a lot of the bluish gray colors. And then we have Grunge in the Smoke, so a nice medium gray that has a lot of blue undertone. And it's funny, I was looking at these blues and greens, and these are the colors in our logo. Look, it matches perfectly. We have Bumbleberries in the Ocean, so a little bit more teal into this one. This is London Blue. This is from Bon Voyage, so it's a little more green in the blue. And then a light blue. This is the Grunge in the blue color, but it's really kind of aqua tone, so it ties with some of the aqua tones in here. For the off-whites, I did two tones. So the cross stitch in the wheat is great for, you know, some of the darker hues, some of the tans in there. And then the color wash and the textured paper. Now remember, after every Tipsy Tuesday show, there is a blog post that we publish with all the information we show on Tipsy Tuesday. So all the fabric pulls with links to all of these extra fabrics. So it's the best way to find everything. But then I had to throw in some more greens because of this lime green. It's so cool. So color wash textured in the olive oil is great because it has a little grayish blue in there. Then we have chalk and charcoal in the Sprout. And a little bit lighter deco stitch in the Subtle Sage. So this is greenstone and our fabric pull that goes with that. Greenstone lollies.
What's a lolly?
So this is called lollies. I have no understanding why. It's just I guess that refers to the fabrics being multiple different prints on the bolt, like 4 prints on a bolt, pretty much. So That's what they call lollies. I have no, and if somebody knows the reasoning behind that, that'd be great to know. So, but you could cut, like I said, squares, strips, 5-inch squares. You'll get a lot of variety from one bundle. You could get, it'll be so much fun to work with. So, speaking of that, are we ready to look at what I did with this quilt? With this fabric. You may have spotted a quilt hanging behind Mr. HP today, and that is, yes, that is what I did with the lollies. And so let's talk about that. Now, I know we've already been getting questions on when is going to be your next quilt along. Are you ready for it? I know you're ready for it. Last one we did was, of course, our strip along back in April, and it's June. However, I also know that summers are busy. They're busy for everyone, especially in the Midwest. It's kind of like summers are sacred. You're not supposed to plan much in the summer. But I figured, what about something different, a different type of a quilt along that everybody can have time for, or they can do it after the fact.
Okay.
So we're calling it a quickie quilt along. Ooh. And the quilt is called Kobe. Yay! So I designed this quilt. It's really awfully quick to make, but mainly because it's a cool technique. So you see probably like rectangles of 2 different sizes, thinking that we're just going to cut those and sew them together. Oh no, you know my techniques. It's really fun to do. So you can do this quilt with the greenstone like I did. I was so inspired. So this is the Kobe quilt in the greenstone. The quilting is called Deco Arch, and this is by the Long Arm League. It's really cool. So when you have a simple pattern, and these prints are pretty subtle, so they're not very busy, then some enhance it with the quilting, and this really did some really fun action to it. So here's how this is going to work. The pattern, the Kobe pattern, is available, well, not quite yet. We'll make it available right after the show. It's a PDF. You can purchase it for $10, but we also, of course, have a special for you, so hold on. And so the Quickie Quilt Along will take place on a Thursday night. Yes, we're doing this as an evening, 7 p.m., our old Tipsy Tuesday time. Do you guys remember when we did Tipsy Tuesday on Tuesdays at 7 p.m.? We're going to do this on a Thursday, June 29th. And on YouTube. So we're going to premiere it on YouTube. It's just one video that I'm going to pre-record for you. We'll be, of course, watching it live with you, answering all your questions. And so once it has premiered, it goes also in your account if you purchase the pattern. So how this works, kind of like we do our quilt alongs, you can purchase the pattern now, and all you get now is the fabric requirements. So it's going to be there. This quilt can be done in 4 sizes. Crib. It's a larger crib, so it's kind of like a little throw quilt. And then a lap. It's also a larger lap, my favorite. And then there's a kind of an in-between full queen and then a king size. You can use half yards or fat quarters or scraps if you have strips that are at least 6 inches. So you can put the fabric requirements up on the screen. I can just show them. So you can see this also in the listing for the pattern. You'll see the fabric requirements, what you need. So I'll tell you how many half yards. Of course, it says for the lap size that you need 9 half yards. I actually used, I used all of them just because I want more variety. So that's okay. But you can use fat quarters or half yards. And so here is the other version. Kobe, huh? This is Friday? Oh, it should be Thursday. Yeah. It's Thursday night. Oh, we'll change that image. We'll change that image. Sorry, guys. It's June 29th, Thursday night. I didn't want to mess with you guys' weekends. That was the main goal. So it should be Thursday, June 29th. And I made a second version of this quilt. So you may have noticed the quilt hanging behind me on the set. This one is made with a Prairie Song bundle. Love, love, love this version. So you can use just 12 fabrics. Greenstone, of course, I had all this variety. But here is how it looks with just 12 different fabrics. Now, this quilting pattern on this one is called Celtic Sea, and it's an Urban Elements pattern. It's really cool. But yeah, there it is. So I'll be showing you during the quilt along both how to use the greenstone, how to use the lollies, and then I'll also just be showing you how to use the regular bundles. Now, I'll show you options. You know, sometimes we ran into, those of you that like to pre-wash your fabrics, you ran into your fabrics not being wide enough. I'll address that. And let me just talk about this because I know this question is going to come. Can we use directional fabrics? Now, if the direction of the fabrics is along the opposite to the selvage, if it's the length of the fabric, they will be sideways in this quilt, but I will give you tips if you have maybe 2 or 3 fabrics that you really want to be oriented correctly. I will show you how you can do that. Just have an extra half yard or extra couple of fat quarters to make up for it. But I will address all of those things. Now, if you purchase the pattern, like I said, for $10 PDF, all you get now in your account is your fabric requirements. The day before the quilt along, so on Wednesday, June 28th, you will get the full pattern in your account and a cutting video. So a little prep, a little fun before the day, and then we go live on Thursday at 7 p.m. and it's only on YouTube. Unfortunately, only on YouTube because it's going to premiere. But remember, if you're not a YouTube user, just hang tight. It's going to be in your account right after it premieres. And so I know because we're busy and maybe that date doesn't work for you. This quilt took me, I mean, it's a quick one. It's a great quilt if you just know you want to get something together. You really want the fabrics to shine. It's perfect for that. So we have a little special, just like we did when we did the supersized Amelie back in January. A little bonus for those of you loyal customers that like our fabric bundles. So if you do purchase one of our bundles, doesn't matter what bundle, one of our half yard bundles, except pre-orders are excluded, you get the Kobe quilt pattern free. Yes, free. And that offer is only good through June 28th. So the day before. You get it free. So what happens is when we ship your bundle, we will add that pattern right to your account, and it'll just be included. So I know we have a lot of questions, probably. Doing something different, Quickie Quilt Along. What do you guys think? Is this something that you want to participate in? What is the white quilt behind me? Oh, this one we showed earlier a couple of shows ago. This is Gina, and this is Fractions. They're made from the same bundle. It's a pre-order bundle coming a little bit later this fall, summer, fall. But yes, those are Gina and Fractions. And then Kobe in the middle. Kobe in the middle. He, of course, posed with his quilts today.
We had to pay him a lot, too.
Yeah, he was not really cooperating. It was either a good photo of the quilt or the good photo of the dog. Both are impossible. But I know you were going to ask me for some recommendations for fabric. So since these are kind of bigger pieces, and if you don't want to have to think about dealing with directional fabrics, I pulled some amazing bundles that have few or at least very few or no directional fabrics. These are my imaginary quilts. These are quilts bundles that I think would look awesome in Kobe. And I'm going to sew one alongside you guys. So I haven't decided which one of these I'm going to make. But here are some ideas if you needed ideas. So I, of course, started with Root by E-Bond. This would be amazing in the Kobe quilt. So all those abstract quilts that or prints, they would look fabulous just shining in the Kobe quilt pattern. The second one is called Colorways Orange, Gold, and Gray. So this is from Staff Fabrics, which is a Danish fabric company. Amazing prints. I love the prints, and just gold and gray. How cool would that be? So you can always alternate the two colors, which would be pretty awesome. Then I found this one I really love, just a black, white, and 24 karat, just a little bit of metallic gold, but all these blacks and grays and these light. This would make a really sharp contrast quilt. Really cool black and white one. This one is called The Great Outdoors. It's a 10-piece, but I really love the richness of these colors. They're just really, I think there's one that might be a little bit directional, but I wouldn't worry about it. I don't mind that at all, but I would show you how to do that if you want it right side up in your quilt. I had to include a Halloween because, you know, bigger pieces going to really show off some prints. I love the Spellbound. I love the colorway. Most of them are not directional. There's a couple, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. This will be really awesome in this quilt. Just black, orange, and white. Another gray and yellow. This is called Belle. It has those darker grays, brighter yellows, lighter grays mixed in. So that would make a really gorgeous quilt. Just a sharp two-tone quilt like that. Anything with big, gorgeous prints like this one, Artsy Florence. This would make a really colorful, fun print, making all those florals just shine in one quilt. And just remember, like a quilt like this, a pattern like this, if you like all the fabrics in a bundle, it's going to look fabulous in the quilt. This one I think would be fabulous as well, the Comfort and Joy. This is a holiday line by Create Joy Project. So great big florals with some beautiful watercolor-esque prints in between. Love this one. I think this one might be high on my list to maybe choose. Huh? Yeah, the lollies. I'm going to show you how to do the lollies. I made the lolly one that's hanging behind you out of lollies. Jolly Good is my other holiday line that I want to make a quilt out of for this year, so that might be a great choice. It's all tossed fabric, so no directional there. And last but not least, Sublime Summer. I love this line. I've always loved it. Beautiful blues with just a little bit of that coral. I could even throw in a little bit more of the apricot. Oh, that would be great too. So I can't decide. These are just ideas. Anything would really, really work. So I hope you join us for our first ever Quickie Quilt Along. And like I said, the pattern is available right after the show. You can purchase it for the $10, which includes the videos after the fact, or get it for free if you want to get your hands on a half-yard bundle. What do you think? All right, any questions for me? I'm excited to see how this one works. I mean, it's a perfect evening if you want to do it with friends, like a late night, you know, have some drinks or whatever and start the quilt. You can do all your cutting the day before because you get the video and everything. And then, yeah, Robin is asking, can we buy a bundle at the quilt show and get a Kobe pattern? For sure, we will just take your name and make sure that you get the pattern alongside the purchase. And so we'll make sure that works. Can you get 1 10-inch squares from each pattern? Yes, you can. So they are 4 across the width of the fabric. The width of the fabric is at least 42, so it's almost 11 inches. So you have a little wiggle room. So like about 10.5 inches each width of the lollies. What pack did I use for Roxy? Oh, Roxy, I used the Charm Pack. What did I do with it? Did I put over here? Yeah, the Rustic Gatherings Charm Pack for the little Roxy. We have Rustic Gatherings in a bundle too, so you could, it's a 10-piece bundle, so you could also do it in a bundle or a charm pack. They're putting up the same questions. Can you get the dog fabric in yards? Dog fabric. Did we show dog fabric today? I don't remember any dog fabric. Sorry.
You have some dog fabric?
No, I didn't show any today. I don't know what that question is about. It's an older question. But you know, we're gonna put together. We have a blog post for today's show with today's fabrics and everything, but we have a separate blog post now, and we're gonna post a blog post with the quilt along, the quickie quilt along. So all the information, my recommendations here, if you wanna check on those or find whatever works, everybody. So it's a beautiful thing. Can you purchase a sale bundle and get the pattern? Yes, any half-yard bundle except for pre-orders. It cannot be a pre-order. What is the fabric bundle in this one? This is a Prairie Song. 12-piece bundle. Absolutely love it. Kobe, do you like it? Oh, he's just getting a comfy spot right in front of his quilt. Flannel, it's perfect for flannel. I forgot to mention that. It's a great pattern for flannel. It's so simple, just straight. And so, paws and claws bundle. That would be cute. We don't have those dogs in 1 yard. No, unfortunately. We don't. Finally got it together. Do you need different yardage to use the lollies? Nope. Same yardage. That's the beautiful thing. You just get so much more variety in your quilt. So, same.
Yeah, that was last Friday.
Okay.
Fabric.
Yeah, I showed that. All right, so if you have any more questions, post them. But I wanted to remind you, tomorrow morning, Colleen will be here with 1 Yard Wednesday at 9:30. Our deal of the week on 1 yards. Great show coming up. And then let me give you all my giveaway question. So all you got to do is answer this question in the comments. You're automatically entered for a $25 gift card. Where is the farthest you have traveled for quilting? Where's the farthest I've gone? Iceland, Sweden, I don't know, cruising. I cruised all over the Caribbean. We went to Bermuda once for quilting. Yeah, places. Oh, France. I went to France for a quilt show. So we'd love to hear where you have traveled. Where do you find the bundle info shown on the show? So go to our website and hit the blog button. There's always a blog post with the date of the show. So each show has a blog post with all of the fabric pulls and what was shown on that show. So it's really a great reference to go find everything. So next week, our Tipsy Tuesday will land on June 20th at 4 p.m. Central Time. And the next Happy Friday show will be this Friday, June 16th at 12 p.m. Central. And I saw this question pop up. Do we get our loyalty points for buying the bundles? Absolutely, yes. So if you want to buy a bundle, you get the pattern for free and you get your points. But you could also just buy the pattern for $10. And remember, it's not just the pattern. You get the whole video and everything. I think that's a pretty good deal.
Ooh.
Quickie quilt along. Let's go. I'm excited. I hope you are too. And will join us on June 29th, Thursday night for fun. But this is all for us tonight. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And I'll see you, Colleen, tomorrow morning. And we will see you Friday. Bye, everybody.